We are going to be talking today. Of course, this week we are talking about the difference between men and women, difference in how men and women understand sex, difference in how men and women understand sex. So, how do we look at sex? How does a man look at sex? And how does a woman look at sex? What is the difference in the way a man and a woman understand or look at sex? All right. Now, this is a very sensitive topic, right? It's a very sensitive topic. Unfortunately, most of my HMT graduates have gone back. So I'm back by myself, on my own today. Well, but this is a very important topic. How men and women understand sex. What's the difference in how men and women understand sex? The difference in how men and women understand sex. Okay. Number one. Sex to the man is almost only the expression of love that man has. I have mentioned it before that in comparison to women, it is safe to say that men don't have feelings, because the main feelings that men have is always boiling down to two or three. Always boiling down to two or three. So, for example, when we talk about love, to a woman, that could mean 1,000 different things. And I think men should listen to me now. Men should listen to that. To a woman, the term love could mean 1,000 different things. Okay, for example, let me just show you a photograph here. Okay, look at this photograph. When you mention the word love, did they get the water? When you mention the word love, look at what that means to the man. Just one thing, on or off. On or off. So to the man, the word love is either on or off. That is sex. Either sex is on, is ready for sex, or is not ready for sex. That is what the word love means to a man. But when you mention the word love to a woman, she's considering will I get pregnant? Or am I ready now? Or is it my month? Or am I having menstruation? Or does it love me? Or, what will happen? Am I, all kind of thoughts in the life of the woman. She has thousands. Do I look nice? What about my underwear? What about my this, my that? And how is that going to affect me? Did he tell me he loved me? What is the picture I must see? See, when you say love, when you mention love or sex, so the word love or sex to the man, very straightforward. Nothing complex. Nothing complex. When you say love or sex to the man, when you say love to the man, nothing complex, just sex. Either I'm ready or I'm not ready, on or off. Love is sex. But to the woman, love, look what it means. Look what it means. Look what it means. Very complicated. Very complicated. They are all different. So she's not just straightforward meaning sex or going to bed. And it's very important. I don't know say this right. I'm English. It's very important that we know that. Let me show you another photograph here from my note. See where love is for the. Okay. Can you see that photograph? For the woman, love is in the heart. That means love for the woman is romance. Romance. Love for the woman is romance. You see? Romance. Why love for the man is love for the man is just one thing. Sex. I like what Jim wrote. Jim says, thank you. Now I've got to get my wife to see this so that she will pity me. Jim is your typical man. Jim says, that is so true. Thank you. Now I've got to get my wife to see so that she will understand and pity me. I know where I'm coming from and have mercy. So let's have a look at that picture again. Did you want to talk about love? Well, this is love. Want to talk about love? This is love. Women don't think about sex when they are thinking about love. And I will tell you what, most men don't know this. We think that women are thinking about love when they are thinking about sex when they are thinking about love. But it's not true. Women are not thinking about sex at all. When they are thinking about love, they are thinking about romance, they are thinking about family, they are thinking about warmth, they are thinking about children, they are thinking about care, they are thinking about fondling, they are thinking about fondliness, they are thinking about security, they are thinking about provision, they are thinking about 100 different things, but not sex. There is nothing here in the back. Everything is here. So to the man, love is sex, and to the woman, love is romance. Love is romance. Now let's go back to that picture that we saw before. Let's go back to that picture that we saw before. This is what a woman, when she's thinking about love, these are all different varieties of things that are coming to her mind. If a man is thinking about just one thing, sex, a woman, before she thinks about sex, she's thinking about, has he proven to me that I care for him? I care to him? Let's examine some of the questions that a woman thinks about. When you tell a woman, I love you, she's not thinking about, I want to have sex with you. But when a man is thinking, I love you, when a man is saying, I love you, he's thinking about bed. He's thinking about sex eventually. All road leads to bed for the man. Just one question. Love is one question for the man. But for the woman, let me tell you, so when you tell her, I love you, she's thinking about, let's say this bottle means it's going to give me security. This bottle means it's never going to offend me. This one means it's going to always make me laugh. This one means it's always going to provide for my needs. This one means it's always going to be there for me. This one means it's never going to let anybody offend me. This one means he's going to always cover for me. This one means he's going to be romantic to me all the time. This one means he's never going to, offend me or abuse me. This one means he's always going to be taking care of all my needs. This one means it's always going to be romantic to me. So when we are talking about love, when you say I love a woman, see all different things are going on in our system. And the man, no system, nothing is going on. The reason for that is because of that same photograph that I shown to you people before. The reason why love to a woman is different from love to a man is because of this photograph. Because of this photograph. If you remember this photograph, when you say this is man, this is the man. The straight line is the man. Let's say this is the body of the man, the heart of the man, the emotions and the feelings of the man. And then you have the mind, the brain, the mind of the man, the intellect. But the woman, everything goes together. Everything, body, emotions, intellect, feelings, heart, everything is being good together. She doesn't even know where what is. So when you tell a woman, I love you, when you tell a woman, I love you, it goes, it creates an earthquake in her system. It's giving her feelings. She's thinking about security. She's thinking about her health. She's thinking about her body. She's thinking about her future. She's thinking about children. She's thinking about, everything is affected. So I love you to a woman means total control all her life. So if you now tell a lady that I love you, and after that, you tell her she's not beautiful, to her that is confusion in her mind. She can't understand. How is it that you say you love me and you say I'm not beautiful? Or if you tell her I love you and then you say, you don't look nice. She cannot understand that because I love you is a total holistic word to a woman. I love you to a woman means I will care for you. I will be there for you. I will take care of you. I will never offend you. I will never make you angry. I want to take care of you. I want to, provide for all your needs. I will never, allow anybody to offend you. I will always protect you. So the word I love you to the woman means a whole lot of things. But to the man, I love you is only talking about sex, his own body. The only reason why he would make the word I love you to get to the feelings or to the heart is if he allows it. He has to give it permission for it to go to his heart or to his feelings. So he might say I love you and he might even be having sex, but it doesn't have anything to do with his heart. It doesn't have anything to do with his emotions, and it doesn't have anything to do with his feelings. So what then happens? What happens is that a man could go and be having a girlfriend outside or a mistress, and then he will come back home and tell the wife, I don't love her. I don't even think about the other man, I don't even think about the other girl. I don't love her. And the woman cannot understand. What do you mean you don't love her? If you are meeting with her, or if you are telling her you love her, or if you are telling her if you are having sex with her. But for the man, sex is only taking place here, in the body. Sex is not taking place in the heart. It's not taking place in the feelings. It's not taking place in the mind. Sex is only taking place here. So what happens is, he could say the wife that I don't love the other woman. That's why I'm coming back to you home. But the woman can never understand that. For the woman to have sex with a woman is total and holistic. It means you love her. It goes to all her body. It affects all her life. It means you receive her everywhere. It means she's total. She's in your life and you are in her life. It means you are integrated together. But for the man, no, he can't be integrated, but then he has to give it permission. He has to give it permission. Now, so Shigo is asking me the question, so do men ever genuinely fall in love? Yes, they do genuinely fall in love, but they have to to them, they don't fall in love like they just fall in love. They have to, when they see something, let's say this is the body, this is the eyes, the man sees a woman that he likes, he has to give himself the permission to his mind to think why. He has to have reasons. Why do I like her? And then he has to give his feelings the permission. Do I want to fall in love with her or not? Then once he has given his heart, he has given his mind the excuse, he has to find reasons why he has to fall in love with her. Then from his mind, he falls in love, he gives permission to his emotion to fall in love. And then it gets to his heart. So it is not automatic. It has to do with a man's will and a man's permission before he falls in love totally. So you see the thin line. He has to unite. He himself has to take a conscious decision to make that love go around. But for the woman, she falls in love head on. It just takes over her from head to toe. It just, takes over her life immediately. But for the man, it's a little bit different. So, let me show you some other things about sexuality of the man and the woman. Let's say a man and woman are married. Let's say a man and the woman are married. I want to already ask for forgiveness for this picture. So forgive me for this picture. The picture, I don't like the picture myself. The picture is a little bit rude as far as I'm concerned. This picture is rude, but it tells the story. It tells the story and it will help me to communicate to you exactly what happens to the man and the woman. Please, let's show them this picture. So again, forgive me for the pictures. I don't want you to see that. Okay, that's a bad picture there. Oh, I'm going to cover it a little bit. Yeah. No. We need to see the word. We need to see the picture, but I just want to cover this. Oh. Okay. Yeah, you see? So this is the man here making love to the woman. See all what is going on in the mind of the man and the woman. She's having so many concerns. So many concerns. Oh, am I okay? Oh, is my underwear okay? Oh, is my menstruation there? Oh, am I going to get pregnant? Oh, is he going to take care of me? Oh, am I going to have children? But he is only thinking about pleasure. He's only having pleasure. But she is having all these thoughts. All these things to a woman is a complex thing to make love. It's a complex thing. It's a difficult thing to make love. But for man, it's only pleasure. But for the woman, a lot of things to consider. Will I get pregnant? What will happen? Will he care for me? Would my children be taken care of? With my, what about my older children? What about my younger one? What school would they go to? What will happen? All kind of things in the mind of the woman. So it is very, very, one has to be very careful when you are approaching a lady for love making, for making love. That's why rape is such a big insult, and that is why rape is so much punished, and that is why people have to go to prison and so long prison time, because you need a woman's consent and you need a woman's permission to make love. You really need to let the woman take a decision. She has to get her will involved. She has to be willing to do that thing, to make love, because it takes a lot from her. It takes a lot of decisions for her to make. It affects a lot of a different aspect of her life. A man can just be ready to make love at any time. He's ever ready. But for the woman, maybe she is not in the mood now, or maybe you didn't tell her in the morning you like her, or maybe you didn't tell her she was beautiful, or maybe you didn't give her some compliment, or maybe you didn't, you are not nice enough, you are not soft enough, you are too rude, or maybe different things go on, or maybe she's having her menstruation, or maybe it's a month when she could be pregnant. All kind of thoughts in the mind of the woman. But for the man, ever ready. Ever ready. Yes or no? Ever ready. Let me show you another picture about love and sexuality of the men and women. Let me show you another photograph. Okay. Okay. Can you see this? On top, this is the man. This, sexuality for the man. It's either red, it's not ready, or he's ready. Most of the time, it's almost in green. Always in green for the man. He's always ready for sex. This is the man here. But look at the woman. Anytime you propose to a woman to have sex, anytime you talk to the woman about love or sex, even though she wants, see what happens. She wants now, she wants, and then she doesn't want. She wants, and then she's careful. She wants it, and then she's thinking. She's like, she wants yes, to have sex. She's having 1 or 2 or 3 red. Desire to say, okay, I want it. She's thinking, look at all this mark. Look at all the things that could come on. Because she's thinking, let me tell you this. For a woman to make love, to have sex, she has to have an image in her mind. She's not just thinking of sex to her body as a body physical thing. For a woman, for example, a woman told me, I cannot make love to my husband, and he doesn't understand why. So I said, what is the problem? She said, I cannot make love to him because there is nothing for me to picture in my mind during that time. There is nothing for me to think about. I need to think about how good he is to me, or what he has done nice to me during the day. So even though I want to make the love, but there is no good memory. There is nothing for me to think about him that time. So a woman wants to think about his attitude. A woman wants to think about his kindness. A woman wants to think about how good he is. A woman wants to, a woman is going through a lot of things in her. So it's a big challenge and a big question and a big process for her. So let us make love. That's why she's always saying, I'm having headache, or I'm not ready, or I'm not in the mood, or every man are always saying women have headache, women's headache. But the headache is connected to this, because a big decision for her. Why to the man is just straightforward. Yes or no, yes or no. But to the woman, is a big complex issue. She is thinking about so many things at the same time. It's not just go to bed and sleep. Wow. See what is happening? Complex. Do you now know and understand why in the West there is what they call rape in the family? In the West, it is possible in court, the court of law could charge a husband with rape. Rape of his own wife or of his own wife. In some cultures, they cannot believe that. How can you rape your own wife? Do you have to, how can you rape your own wife? But for the woman, if she doesn't want, if she's not in the mood, if she's not willing, if she says no, and you make her do it, it means you are raping her. You are breaking her will. You are violating her. Of course, there are some women that are forcing themselves or are making themselves to be mechanic and to do it all the time because they know that their husband need it. And women are now growing and making themselves and forcing, changing themselves to being ready all the time. But no matter how much she wants to help, there is no way a woman will be ready all the time. But first of all, there is no way a woman will be ready all the time because of her mood swings. If she does agree to make love when she's not ready all the time, when she's not ready, to her it's like rape. It's like she's a prostitute. It's like she is engaging in prostitution when she has to make love when she doesn't feel like. Or when she has to make love when you have not shown her romance, when you have not shown her care, when you have not shown her protection, when she doesn't have a picture of you being kind to her. She's got to have a picture of you being kind to her. She's got to remember something for which she's thinking about when she's making love to you. Okay, for example, let me show you this picture. Jacob Saleh is asking the question, what goes on in a woman's mind when she is comfortable not talking with the man? This is what's going on. See the woman, what's going on? She's thinking about love. What is she thinking about? She's remembering all your good attitude to her. She see now you are embracing her. The man is embracing her. So that means the man is caring for her. So while the man is caring for her, she's feeling love. This is how she is feeling love. Not when she's making sex or making love. She's making love when she's receiving care. She's making love when she's receiving attention. She's making love, she's feeling love, She's feeling love when you are giving her protection. She's feeling loved when you are there for her, when you are being romantic with her, when you are helping her, when you are supporting her, when you are caring for her, when you are touching her, when you are playing with her, when you are taking care of her needs, when you are there for her, when you are soft with her, when you are kind with her. But you see why they are sitting down there, you see what the man is thinking about. The man is thinking about sex. It's not the heart. You see the heart here. This is real heart. But this is woman's body here. This is not real heart. This is bed. So he's thinking about sex because that is how men feel. That is the only interpretation of love for the man. Sex. But for the woman is romantic. So when they are in bed, before she could be comfortable making love, she has to have something to think about. Man doesn't have to have something to think about. Man just have to see a body. Or man thinks about the body of the woman. Like you said, he's thinking about the body of the woman. But the woman is not thinking about his body. The woman is thinking about his act of kindness. Amazing. Amazing. Now, Sister Gift says, wow, men need deliverance. Oh. They don't need deliverance. Oh. If they need deliverance, if you give them deliverance, then no children will appear in the world. He doesn't need deliverance. That's his nature. So that is also the reason why for a woman, that photograph that I showed you, this photograph here, this explains why women need prelude, or what do you call prelude? Foreplay. This explains why a woman needs foreplay before sex. You don't just go into sex immediately, bam, and let the woman open her legs and that's it. You must do foreplay. Why does she need a foreplay? She needs foreplay because she needs to bring up some memories in her mind. She needs foreplay to arouse her. She needs foreplay for something positive to happen in her mind, to associate with it, something good. Okay, there is a question here that says, Omowumi Adu is asking, so since sex to man is the only expression of love, that means that men don't have feelings. Now you are getting what I'm saying. You know, I've said that before, that men don't have feelings. Okay, that men are totally different. Men don't, compared to women, men don't have feelings. So she's saying, that is, men don't have feelings. To women, love could mean a lot. Yes. She has a lot going on in her mind. But man doesn't have anything going on in his mind at all. The only thing that's going up in his mind is the body of the woman. Or how he's making love to her. To men, love is sex. And for the woman, love is in the heart. Yes. Women think about romance, family, security, etc. Different questions on her mind. Like, is he going to give me security, etc.? Yes, I know. That is why, you remember I showed you a picture in the beginning. Let me find that picture. Let me show you another one here. Please. See this picture here? This is love for the woman. Operation tape room, war room. This is the love for the woman. You see how many curtains we have there? See how many buttons? Sorry. See how many buttons? She has to consider pressing all these buttons. But for the man, see how many buttons? It's just one button. Sex. Either he's ready or he's not ready. Either he wants now or he doesn't want. That is only one button when it comes to love for the man. This is it. When it comes to love for the woman, see, she has to consider this. She has to consider so many things and so many things going on in her mind. Either she likes it or not. That is why a woman needs sex she needs to relax to have sex. Now, let me show you a picture here. What is going on? Somebody asked what's going on in the mind of the woman and the man. Okay. You see, this is sex. 70% of the mind of the man is taken up by sex. Thoughts of sex. 70% of the time, the thought in his mind is about sex. Even if it's not, Even if it is not about, we are not talking about sex now. In the average, he has sex thought dominant in his mind. But the woman, she's thinking about love, different about different things, feelings, but not the man. The man is thinking about sex. Most of the time. Most of the time, especially when you're talking about relationship. And he says she's having headache. She's thinking about one problem or the other. And he is thinking about sex. See how big sex is. The big portion that sex is occupying in the life of the man. Now, let me give you other, make sure that might be able to help you. Let's now talk about how women, because a lot of men sometimes accuse women of being promiscuous. I want to show you that women are not naturally promiscuous. Women are not naturally promiscuous. Women, it's not natural for them to go about sleeping. This is women. This is the woman diagram here, and this is the men diagram. And this is the diagram on how they attempted to have sex. To have sex. Before a woman is tempted to have sex, this here means she's not interested. I'm not interested. But even when she is interested, these are all interested, right? Even when she's interested, she has to consider this. So before a woman will leave her husband to be seduced, it takes a lot. And this is before she is eventually seduced. But that is the seduced point. So before she gets here, she has to pass this hurdle, all these hurdles have to be overcome before she could be seduced. Because it has to go through all her feelings. It's like rainbow feelings. She has to give permission here, give permission here, give permission here, give all the permission, answer all the questions before she allows herself to go and have an affair. But the man, he might not be interested. Man is yes or no. He might not be interested or look at interested, seduced. The only sometimes he could consider one question. Am I going to do it or I'm not going to do it? Am I interested or I'm not interested? Only one question to consider. And then he's seduced. Look, this is seduction. He's already gone for it. He could consider that maybe I love my wife. He could say, okay, I fear God. I don't want to do it. Only one question. And then he's seduced. But for the woman, before she could be seduced, it's not easy for the woman. So when people are saying, talk about women, as if women are prostitutes, and, try to stigmatize them and say women just sleep about, women are just, prostitutes and they go about sleeping. That is not quite true. People who say that are people who don't know women. People who say that are people who don't know women. If you know the nature of women, you would not accuse them of sleeping around. Yes, there are women who are prostitutes. Yes, there are women that are sleeping around. But for them to get to that place, it means some things have really gone wrong in her life. It means that there is no father figure in her life. It means that there is no man that is comforting her, that is taking care of her, that is, giving her support. It means that things are really broken in her life. It means she's in a bad place. And what she needs, even when she's sleeping about or she's a prostitute, what she needs is not condemnation. What she needs is support. What she needs is understanding. What she needs is, somebody to be there and love her and give her support and give her protection. Much like Jesus did with the woman they brought to him that was caught in adultery. When the woman was caught in adultery, he knew that if a woman will go to become a prostitute, it is only because men have not played their roles. If a woman will go to become a prostitute, it is only because somebody had not taken care of her. Someone had not covered her. Someone had not protected her. Someone had not provided for her. Someone had put her in a dangerous place. Someone has allowed her to get to a point where she doesn't have any way out. It is not naturally, no, a natural thing for a woman just to be thinking about who to sleep with. As a matter of fact, she might sleep with you only to get affection. She might sleep with you only because she needs that protection. She might sleep with you only because she needs that covering. She needs that acceptance. That is the only way why she will sleep with you. But she's not sleeping with you because she is thinking about sex. It is men that are thinking about sex, but she is thinking about love. So the reason that women will go about sleeping is because they need that love. They want, in fact, what happens is that women will give you sex in exchange for love. So a lot of girls lose their virginity because they are thinking, and this deception, they are thinking that if they give sex to the man will now give them what they needed. The man will now give them protection, security, companionship, friendship, romance, and all that. That's what they are thinking. But in the real sense, what happens is that when she gives that sex to the man loses interest in her. And that's what they don't know. They don't know that the man will lose interest as soon as he gets the sex. But they are thinking, okay, since he needs it, or since it's important for him, okay, I will do it. But that's not what she's after. What she's really after is actually, let me answer this question. What does love mean to a man? I mean, to a woman. To a man, you already know what love means, all right? To a man, love means sex. But to a woman, love means protection, father. That somebody will be there to become my father. Somebody will be there to be a father to me. Somebody will protect me like a father. Somebody will care for me like a father. Somebody will, give me all the things that I need. Somebody will care for me, protect me, watch after me, look after me, and take care of me as a father. That is what a woman is looking for when she looking for love. Even when she's, have you ever seen women that are dressing in a tempting way? They reveal their breast and they wear short skirt, and they they dress in a vulgar way. That vulgar dressing from the woman is not because she wants sex. And that is what is difficult for the men to understand. Even when a woman is dressed in a vulgar way, even when a woman is revealing her body and dancing scriptism or whatever they call it, scriptism or whatever.
Flirting.
Even when she's doing all that, it's not that she wants you to come and sleep with her. She just wants you to pay attention to her. She just wants you to notice her. She just wants you to, she just wants to get your attention that, oh, am I important? Am I beautiful? Am I okay? Will you protect me? Will you take care of me? Will you care for me? That is what she needs. That's what she's thinking about. She's thinking about getting your attention so that you begin to not sleep with her, but so that you begin to care for her. And when she sleeps with you, it's because she knows that you need that. And that you maybe if you don't, she doesn't give you that, she will not get your protection. That is the question with the woman. The woman just wants to sit with you and receive that comfort, receive that support, receive that protection. So what does love means to a woman? Love means protection. Love means fatherhood, like you are going to be like a father to her. Number 3, love means companionship, that you are going to be there for her all the time. You are going to be her friend. You are going to be there for her. You'll never leave her. You'll never let her down. You'll never disappoint her. Number 4, love means romance to the woman, that you are going to be doing things that are interesting so that her life is not boring. That her life is not boring. Then the next thing, only finally, after a woman gets all these other things, when a woman has received fatherly covering, when a woman has received protection, when a woman has received companionship, when a woman has received romance and care, when a woman has all these things, then it's easy for her to go to the final stage of love for the woman, which is sex. which is sex. But she doesn't want to get sex at the end, in the beginning. Sex is the icing on the cake. Sex is the thing that finishes a process of care and love. So that's why for you to ask sex of a woman, it is wise for you to first of all care for her. Take care of her. Call her in the morning. Tell her how much you love her. Do something good to her. Show her how important she is in your life. Be romantic with her. Be kind to her. Do anything you need to do in that sense to prove to her that she is important, that you care for her. And then she will be ready to make love to you or to have sex with you. But if you just begin to ask for sex, the woman is feeling that you are treating her like a prostitute. She's thinking that you are thinking her like a sex object. Women don't like to be treated like an object. She's not an object. And we men, we must change that attitude. We must stop looking at women as just sex object. And that is horrible. So now, let's now go into another picture here. Let's look at another thing that shows us love. What love is for the woman and for the man. See, this is a man and a woman sitting down, courting, dating. Where man and woman are dating, woman is thinking about family. This is love to her. She's thinking about care, family, marriage, children, all that. But you know what he's thinking about? I'm sorry for the photograph. That is oral sex she's making to him. He's watching television, and she's making love to him. So that it's sex. Maybe with television, football, and all that, but the center of it is what you see what she's doing. Is seeing her as a sex organ, as a sex object. So they are sitting here at the beach show, but while they are at the beach, look what is in his head. And while they are at the beach, look what is in our head. So, that's why we must all know these things so that we could balance it out. So that we could balance this, so that we could all learn from each other. And we could learn, that we are so totally different. And that, we could learn to just have more care for each other. More care for each other. Let me show you another photograph here about men and women. Can you see the head of the woman? She's thinking about love, talk, care, but he's thinking sex, sex, sex. Everywhere is sex. Sex, 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 food, TV, beer, football. That's the only thing in the mind of the man. But the lady is thinking love, fellowship, family, children, and all that. Okay. Ooh, wow. Let me see some of the things you people are writing. Okay, now I don't like this. Somebody is saying here, the heart of the man is wicked. No. It's not that how can I explain that? Men are not wicked, they are just different. I'm going to show you this photograph again, this diagram again, for you to know that men are not wicked, they are just different. You see the woman, feelings, love, everything is being good together, it affects her. But the man is not wicked though. Okay, sex takes place in the body for the man. But for the woman, this is the body yellow, it takes place everywhere. The yellow affects the feelings, the love, sex affects the feeling, it affects the thought, it affects the heart, it affects emotions, it affects everything for the woman. But for the man, sex is only taking place here. So why is he not having feeling? It's not that he's wicked. It's just that he's built that way. And why is he built that way? So that he could be able to take independent decisions. So that when he's in love or when he has desire for sex, he doesn't lose his mind. And he doesn't go and sell out. Because if everything had been connected for the man, and the man is thinking about sex all the time, he will never be able to go to work. So that he could still have desire for sex and still be able to function. And still be able to go to work. His mind is still free. His heart is still free. His emotions are still free. So, but when he wants to fall in love, and when he feels he's interested and he's ready, he could give himself permission to go and experience and make that love go over and take over all his being, unlike the woman. And the woman, why is it that she has all that all together in one? The reason the woman has that all together is that so that she will not be having sex, and because sex means pregnancy eventually, so that she will not get to a place where she's having sex and pregnancy and doesn't have care for the child. She's been giving all this attached together so that whenever she gets a baby, she will not throw her away. Whenever she wants to make love, she will consider many things, how to care for the baby, the protection of the baby, our own protection, everything. So God is putting all that here so that we will not so that he could make decisions, informed decisions, and still be able to go to war or on adventure and walk, but so that she will be able to sit and take care of the offspring. So God is a God of wisdom. God is a God of understanding. God knows what he's doing. We cannot say the man is bad or the woman is bad. Okay, Basil is saying, sir, pastor, please explain to the women very well. Explain this thing to the women very well, so that they would not be seeing their spouses as wicked or as witch. That is what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying now. That the men are not bad, but it is needed that they are made like that. Can you imagine now? If a man has been falling in love everywhere and love is taking over, how will he wake up on Monday and go to work? If love has been taking over him, like he takes over the woman, he will go to work one day and will never come back, because even when he's at work, he's feeling sexual urges, maybe 2 or 3, 4 times at workplace. So if it had taken over the whole thing, he would have just forget about the business and follow the other woman home. But because he's having them all separate, he cannot just feel enticed to a woman and follow her home. He can do that if he wants to, but he can also he has the power to also still stop and go back to his own family as well. So there is, the reason is that the man, okay, for example, a tragedy happens. When tragedy happens, the woman is panicking because it's gone all through her. That anything that is happening in her life is affecting her emotion and everything. She's unbalanced. She's confused. She cannot get her thoughts together. But for the man, even though the tragedy has happened, he's feeling the pain maybe in his emotions, but his mind is still separate. His mind is still functioning. He's feeling the pain maybe in his body, but his heart is still free. Why? So that even though the catastrophe and the tragedy is happening, he can always take independent decision of his feelings and of all the other things that are happening to him. So now, Nkem is saying, but we women love also and go to work also. Yes, the women go to work, but the woman is closed. The woman is not, what I mean is this, Nkem, listen. Sexual desire for the woman and love for the woman, generally love for the woman, is hidden like this. You see the way this thing is hidden? For a woman to fall in love, somebody has to go into her heart, into her feelings, and invest in her. Somebody has to go into this thing and find her out through care, through attention, through covering, through fatherly love, through attention, to get her out. So that's why a woman is totally closed and she's walking about. That's why she's not naturally promiscuous. She's not naturally promiscuous because she's closed inside until somebody goes inside to go and draw that thing out. Then she only responds to the attention that is given to her. She only responds. That's when her love begin to come pop out. But for the man, he's not inside like this, close. His love, an ability to fall in love, not fall in love, but for sexuality and love that's why the sexual organ of the man is protruding. A man is always ready. Now, when a man is always ready like this, and then the woman is just saying, why am I saying this? Because they said the man doesn't have a heart. So if the sexuality of the man, which is already been protruding, is also affecting all of his body, his mind, his soul, his feelings, his emotion, can you imagine it's protruding all the time? It will be paralyzed. All the time it will be 100% overtaken. His emotions and everything will be. But that way, only his body is affected with that sexual desire. Only his body. But his mind can still control it. His heart can still control it. His emotion can still control it. So a man is not the one that needs to be discovered. He's already out there. He's already looking for. He's a hunter. He's already ready. That is why, thank God, that is only happening in his emotion. In his body. But if that had taken over everything to be like with the woman, he will be paralyzed. He will not be able to do anything again. So thank God that he is like that, but he can always have independent decision making something. But for the woman, she is hidden. So she can be going all her life without even falling in love. Unless somebody goes there to really invest in her and bring that love out of her. Okay, take care of yourself, everybody. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you in the evening. Bye.